Welcome to Silicon Valley Insider. I'm your host, Keith Koo. I am joined with special guest Maya Bordeaux, who's the co-CEO of Attune, a marketing persuasion firm. We just had our radio show, and now we're having some exclusive content where Maya is sharing her best practices. Welcome back, Maya.
Thank you, Keith.
So, Maya, what are your 5 tips?
Sure, 5 tips. Let's see if I can be reductionist about this. So why don't I do 5 steps where it's kind of like, these are the steps you need to kind of get to a marketing message.
That's awesome.
I'm telling you some serious secrets here, though. So just to let you know, Keith, you're special. So step one is that imagery matters. So let's say you're just a company starting out and you're just trying to figure out how people are going to perceive the topic or product that you're developing. You could do interviews, focus groups, polling, but whatever method you use, try to get at what is the image someone has in their mind's eye for that topic. So for example, and just to clarify, images are not the same things as words. What we see in our mind's eye is as close to uncensored thought as you can get. I'll give you an example. There was an article, let's say, that says, prostitutes appeal to Pope. Now, all of a sudden, Keith, you might have an image in your mind, which is not the one that the author intended. Because actually, the article is about prostitutes appealing for help. They're asking the Pope for help. So that shows that image is not the same thing as words. You're just using words to describe an image that you have in your head. So you as a marketer, as a CEO, as anybody who's making decisions for your company have to know what is the image in people's head. So that's the first piece. And you can do that quite simply by, let's say, asking. So for example, Keith, can I ask you, when you think about, when you think about America, what's an image that jumps into your head? So I say sky, you say blue. I say America, you see...
The flag.
The flag. I say America, you see...
I see my parents and my grandparents and my great-grandparents all come here to study, and my parents stay. An immigrant story.
Excellent. And I say America, you see...
Red, white, and blue.
Great. Okay. So
I see freedom. I see not being a socialist. I see all kinds of things.
So when you think of, I love it, Silicon Valley libertarianism, go, go, go. So let me see. Let's say you use the word freedom, right?
Yeah.
If I ask you, what image do you see in your mind's eye for freedom? Could be anything in the world. Doesn't have to relate to America. What do you see in your mind's eye?
Well, being a man of faith, I see not being tied to a religion, but being tied to your direct relationship with a higher being.
Oh, and how would you visualize that?
I visualize it as peace that surpasses all understanding.
And what image would reflect that peace? Anything in the world. It could be a situation, a scene, a person,
My
an object.
favorite scene is a glorious sunset on a coast. It doesn't have to be a beach.
Perfect. So all of a sudden, I'm starting to understand that Keith's image for freedom is actually about peace. It's about the freedom of the horizon, and it's about connecting. The freedom to connect to who he chooses is his higher being. Versus, maybe somebody else asks about freedom and they're like, New York party, like nightclub, like that's I'm free to party. So you don't want to rely on the words. You want to rely on the image that is in someone's mind to really get what they're saying. Okay? So that's step 1. Let's move to step 2, and I promise I won't put you in this.
Oh, you can.
I know it's your job, right? So step 2 is through that imagery, you want to figure out what is someone's frame. So I'll give you a more prosaic example of toothpaste. If you're asking somebody their image that pops into their mind for whitening toothpaste, they might imagine sandpaper because they're like, ooh, that stuff looks harsh. It's like removes 25 years of stains in an hour. Holy shiza, that sounds like it's going to just sandpaper down my teeth, right? So that is actually true. That is one frame of someone who's resistant to whitening toothpaste. So that you need to know. Now, the third step is don't attack that frame directly. So don't say, the truth, facts, it'll set them free. Actually, it's dentist safe. Dentists it's shown not to affect enamel. Believe me, all those facts will just ping right off. It's proven 80% of the time. And if you have a very strong belief, it can be closer to 100%. So the facts aren't necessarily going to change or shift the frame. So instead, find an ideal frame that conveys what you want to convey. So in this case, I might ask somebody, and we did, what would be an ideal whitening toothpaste for you? That's something that's both powerful and gentle. And the imagery that came up were things like ocean waves, right? They're immense, they're powerful, but yet they have this like hugging quality, and they come small to the beach. And there's that feeling they can do enormous change over time, but yet they're gentle. So then once you have an ideal frame that you think could work to reframe, you then really put it out in every sensory aspect of your product. So if you're a tech product, it would be in the user experience. You might have marketing as a tech product, but actually what you're saying and all the subconscious visual and sensory cues in your app matters a great deal. That is the real communication of who you are and what you're saying. So you'd implement, let's say, a wave like graphics. You'd implement it in your words and talk about, our toothpaste caresses or laps around the tooth, etc. And all of a sudden, you're reframing in a way that you're activating a different frame in consumers' minds, equally powerful, that gets them to consider whitening toothpaste.
Maya, these were really helpful tips for any industry, and thank you for sharing your secrets with us. We definitely want you back on the show, so I hope you'll come back.
Oh, awesome. It was so much fun, Keith. I really appreciated it.
Yep. So once again, Silicon Valley Insider with Keith Koo. I'm with Maya Bordeaux, who is the co-CEO of Attune. Any questions or comments, email us at info@svan.biz. Find us on LinkedIn, Twitter, and Facebook. Thanks.